another video. Today we have our first car review on the channel, and today we got two lovely people in front of me today. Let's start with the lady on the left. What is your name?
He's on the left. He's the lady on the left.
On my left.
My name is Michelle Platts.
Cody Platts.
And obviously you guys are married, correct?
Yes.
So is this both your cars then?
It started out as mine, but now by legal marriage it's his too now.
Very nice. And what car is it behind you?
1994 Honda Civic EG6 CX model.
And the CX model is the Canadian model, right? Like the lowest one?
Yep.
All right. And before we get into anything, did the CX model like cause a lot of problems since it's pretty much the most rare version?
Yeah, it's been annoying.
Yeah.
It's we can't get the exhaust, the right exhaust. They can't find. Ran into the shift linkage issue. Random stupid little stuff like that. It's really hard to find.
Yeah, I feel that. And does the car have a name, and why is it named that if it does?
Yes, his name is Kermit. See, there's the curves. And actually, my kid named him when he bought him, and it just stuck with him, and everybody knows him for his name. Quite
the famous car around here.
Everyone knows him around town by his name. They don't know me; they just know Kermit.
And how long has the car been around, like for you and just around here?
He's been in the family for 3.5 years, and with me for about 2.5. Probably.
2.5. So you've had it the longest then.
Yep.
Very nice. And is he your daily?
Yes.
Is it gonna stay that way?
No. The more stuff we do to him, the more I don't want him to be a daily, but it's the only running car I have right now.
Very nice. Do you like him? Is he awesome?
Kermit is the best non-human thing to ever happen.
So let's get more into like in depth about him. What engine's in Kermit, and do you have any mods on the engine?
Yeah, he's just got the slowest, one of the slower ones you can get. He's got a D15 B7, and Cody can tell you some of the mods, but engine-wise, we don't have much. We just have the header, just the cheap header, and a redneck engineered air intake that we took off of my kid's D16. And then we have the Skunk 2 muffler. We don't have the other pieces yet, just for the reason of the CX. We need to modify it.
All right, so now let's just get into the what handling mods we got, because obviously he's pretty slams and he's not stock.
And we've got function form coilovers. We've got some Megan Racing front, upper, and lower control arms, K-Tune compliance arms, and then in the rear we have Pro Car Innovation rear trailing arm bushings. And then as for handling, that's it. It's on Toyos, 15-inch.
16.
It's how does he handle? Like, do you like it? Is it like a go-kart?
He handles great, but honestly he handled a lot better on 15s. He still rubs way too much with the fenders rolled. Even he rubs in the back a lot still, and we've raised him a lot. I mean, he's still pretty slammed. We can probably raise him a little bit more, but he rubs still a lot.
I gotcha. And what exterior mods do we got? Lip, etc. Stuff like that.
We got the front lip and the rear spoiler. I don't really have that much else other than that I'm like the classic Honda racer person with tons of stickers. So I'm a sticker person. I just took my banner off, so he looks a little naked. Yeah, as far as exterior, I think that's...
And we have the one-piece headlights.
Oh, yeah,
right?
that is exterior.
And there's tail lights.
Yeah, we got the one-piece headlights, the smoked ones, and then the tail lights. Nothing too spectacular.
How are the one-piece headlights?
They suck.
They look good though.
They look great. He looks great, but you can't see. It's like having flashlights stuck on the front of your car. So really, you can't see shit. Like if you stuck with stock ones, like on my kids' EG, they're much better.
Yeah, those are bright.
With the glass.
Those are bright.
You can see.
And we kind of said it, but what size wheels are these?
They're 16 by 8s.
16 by 8s?
Yeah.
Okay, and we don't know the offset. Is
I
that
don't
correct?
know the offset, and they are what most people absolutely hate. They're rotor reps. They're not real rotos, but they're still pretty.
You know, but you don't also have to spend multiple grand on wheels as
and
well.
They're strong, so.
And so what interior mods you got? Do you got anything on the interior?
We have. I don't have a lot. Just have the NRG wheel. When you get pictures of the inside, my wheel won't be in it because I'm getting ready to paint it. It used to be hot pink. Now it looks like salmon.
It is quick release, right?
Yeah, it's quick release. Yeah, it's one of the. I guess that alarm is another mod because you gotta have it. And then the likewise gear shift knob. And what is that circuit hero thing?
Yeah, Circuit Hero shift plate.
Circuit Hero shift plate.
K-tune shifter.
It's the Circuit X shifter, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. And how do you like that?
You can answer that because we don't like it, but you can answer it.
In a D series, not a big fan. If you get it mounted right in a B series, it seems to be a lot better, but for the cost of it, it's, in my opinion, definitely not. Like,
Yeah.
it still feels
Yeah.
a lot better in a stock shift, but it's not at all what I expected the price to, show.
There's too much play, totally too much play. And
Sometimes-
it's like loosening constantly, no matter how often we tighten it.
Yeah, it vibrates, right?
Yeah, I
A lot.
keep Allen wrenches in the car so I can try to tighten the bolts so it doesn't flop off driving.
Good to know. Good to know.
And that's not even solid mounts or anything, So
So if you have a
and then-
good stock shifter, keep the stock shifter in there.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not unless you're B series.
And interior wise, I think the only other thing is the carbon fiber trunk lid cargo cover.
The cargo cover. Okay, very
Yeah.
nice. All right, well, that's nice. And so let's get in over here. What made you want an EG?
I actually didn't really want an EG, to be honest. I've been a car person all my life since I was a kid. Was definitely a muscle car girl growing up. Chevys all the way most of the time. When I got older, I liked imports. Obviously Fast and Furious hit, so it gave me a side that I didn't see before. And then I raised my kid to like cars. My kid loves Hondas from Fast and Furious, technically. EJ1s. He always wanted one. And then he got Kermit first. We found him at just a little husband-wife car lot in the middle of basically nowhere. One owner, totally bone stock. You'll have to put some pictures up of him stock.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he had him first, and then he was able to get his EJ1, and then I bought Kermit off him, and we've been rolling Hondas ever since.
Very nice. And what we got? You got it for like what, $1,700 off the lot?
It was $1,700 off the lot.
That's
yeah.
crazy. And this is what, 3.5 years ago?
Yeah.
That's-
Now it would be worth so much.
That's crazy how much it's gone up now. And obviously, this car is really special to you.
Yes.
Would it go anywhere?
Kermit's never going anywhere. He'd have to be in a heap that would be in our backyard. He's still not leaving.
That's awesome.
Get rid of the husband before you got rid of the car.
What are your future goals with Kermit?
Kermit has big goals. GSR swap for the motor, turboed, built GSR, not just stock GSR. We have one hopefully lined up for hopefully a fall. We'll see how that goes. I've always wanted to paint him, have for years. You can see his primer door on the other side. We originally were going to paint him a couple years ago. My dad was going to help us. He had a big dent in that door. When we got him, so we fixed the dent and primered it, thinking we were going to paint the whole car pretty quickly, and then my dad moved. So then everybody and their brother thinks that they can tell me I need to paint my door. So for a couple years I've kept it there just out of sheer spite. So everyone knows Kermit for his gray door and paint. So yeah, I want to paint him. Don't really know what color. Everyone wants to keep him stock color. I was thinking about doing pearl, like a heavy pearl with stock color. That's probably the idea that stuck with me the longest because everybody else doesn't really like it. Side skirts, big thing. I need tint. It's coming soon this summer, or I'm gonna die because he doesn't have an AC.
Or power steering.
Yeah. Or power steering.
Because the CX is complete base model, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
no AC,
roll-up
there's
windows.
no roll-up windows, all that. So it's really
Yeah,
lightweight,
locks.
though.
Yeah, he's light. He's like, what was he, 2,200 pounds?
Probably, yeah. That's insane. And so, obviously, I was going to ask you how much you would have to sell it, someone would have to sell it for, but it doesn't look like you want to sell them
No,
at
I would
all.
never sell him, ever. I've already had people offer me $5-6 grand when he was even more stock than this, so that ain't happening.
And so, any final thoughts you want to add? Things you want to comment, add? Maybe warnings for someone wants to buy one, something like that? Anything?
You go first. Anything else you want to add? No?
Sorry, it caught me off guard. I forgot you were going to ask
You're
that
good.
question. I was thinking about it a minute ago, too.
He did a small wire tuck on the inside, which just made it look a lot cleaner, so that's really nice.
That's nice.
Other comments? No, other than whoever hates on your Hondas, you know, screw the haters.
Do what you want.
Do what we want. I mean, I am a little abnormal for the fact of my age and my, you know.
It's a passion.
It's passion. I love, there's been nothing better in the last couple years of my life. It actually hasn't been the easiest, but my car has got me through some shit along with my, you know, my family.
And that's the beauty of the car community, and I love that. I feel like Honda gets such a bad rap. Hondas are just so, you know, I'm using air quotes here, cheap, not really anymore, but that there's just so many of us that we can get a bad name because most people, we get them for our first car, and you can get it eBay exhaust, and you know, and really, you know, we get people like you guys that are awesome and strengthens the community, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, you get a couple people that are just out being assholes and ruin it for everybody, right? Regardless of what car community you're in, you're gonna find it everywhere.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate your guys' time, and what is your name yet again?
Michelle.
And
Platts.
how old are you?
I'm 46.
46. That's awesome. And what's your name?
Cody Platts, and I'm 28.
Very cool. I appreciate you guys' time. Next up, the driving portion of the video. Thank you guys. Awesome. Here we are in the driving portion, and here is Kermit. I'm just going to do a quick walk around just because we did the interview. But here we are here. He's super clean. And I'm excited to drive him for sure. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I'm super excited. I'm excited to see how these spherical bushings feel. For example, my FA5 and my EJ1 do not have spherical bushings. My FA5 is completely stock, and my EJ is coilovers, and that's it. Coilovers, and yep, that's all. So here we are. Here we are on the inside. We got our trusty Kermit the Frog. over here as well. Got our key here, and let's do this thing, huh? Let's close the door. As you can see, everything is very analog, you know. That's roll down windows, lock, you know, manual locks, no AC as the buttons is gone. Everything is just old school, and that means lightweight for quickness. Here's the K-tune shifter. It looks cool. That Circuit Hero plate is really nice, as they said. I like that. Really cleans it up. That's cool. That's very cool. And I see what they mean by the first gear. There's first gear. There's neutral. There's second gear. Third gear. Fourth gear. Fifth gear. Yeah, I see what they mean. I have this same shifter in my car, and it feels so much better in the B series than it does on the D series. This isn't, that's not too good. That's not too good. And I'll tell you what, the steering, wow. It feels good. For no power steering. Gear ratios are so long. This is third gear, and we're sitting at 2K. Fourth, fifth gear, we're sitting at 1300 RPM. Wow. This is floored. Wow. He just turns. Wow. You can just feel the bushings work. You can feel them like load up and then just squat the car down. It feels extraordinary. The engine is extremely lackluster, of course. I think it has 70 horsepower. But it doesn't mean it's not fun. I mean, man. You can just chuck it. And he just wants to do it too. It's great. I can see why she wants a GSR. And I respect the fact that they did all the handling portions of the car before they just threw power at it. I respect the hell out of that. Most people, they just, you know, most people, they just throw a big turbo and fast motor on a car that is not ready for it, and you're gonna kill yourself. This is the proper way to do it. And oh my gosh, you're gonna be getting good gas mileage, especially in this, the way the world is right now. Having good gas mileage, that's a flex in itself. That's almost more of a flex than having a lot of horsepower now, is having good gas mileage. Come on! There we go. You basically never have to be on a third gear. I mean, we're going highway speeds and we're in third gear. Easy. We're gonna fourth right now. This shift knob though, even though that it's not worth it with this, The shifter though, it just feel good. It shifts good. It's just so much slop. Wow, it's so fun. It's better to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow, I tell you what. This is amazing. Woo, that rub. Oh no. It just brings a smile to your face, you know? It's nothing, there's nothing bad about it. It just does what you need it to. You're not, I imagine, you know, I've had D-Series cars before. You gotta, if you want to pass someone, you gotta make a runway. But in reality, this car is fun. I mean, there's no getting around it. This thing is just pure joy. Is this a good daily? Absolutely. Perfect daily. I mean, it isn't slow once you get it up and move it. It's just that it's like a challenge. Can you keep it going? Oh, it's so good. It's a good car. It feels good. Heel toe, easy. I didn't expect it not to though. It's the same pedal placement as my EJ1. It's great. And mind you, we're getting like 40 miles a gallon, you know? So fun, man. Stamp of approval. Good car, fun car. Man, I will give you guys an update when this thing is boosted and swapped. It's gonna be a monster. Holy hell, it's gonna be good. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna get you guys some exterior sound clips from the exhaust, and then that'll wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the review and the interview with the owner, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned. I'm gonna give you guys some sound clips, and have a great day. I will see you next time I upload.